Here I'm is. Here I'm is. You've been looking for me, and here I'm is. Here I'm is. What's up, America? It's your man, J-Dub. Soon the world will know that I am a good husband, dutifully bound to review programming that is coming to my life because of my wife. So when you say, how'd you find that show? It's probably because my wifey made me watch it. As the quarantine season and restrictions lift on one side because of the corona, and on the other side gets heavier because of the protesting, that means there might be still time for some Netflix and chill. Now, as one of the foremost lovers of Netflix and chill, I will expound to you the fabulous comedic diversity that my wife dumped into my lap when she said the words Space Force. Space Force. Steve Carell, John Malkovich, Lisa Kudrow slid her ass in there. The round table of generals, comedic faces that we've seen. My boy Putty from Seinfeld's at the table. The one chick from Parks and Recreation's at the table. It's just laced with funny people. A ridiculous sci-fi show that you'd have thought I'd have found on my own, because I dig some sci-fi. I do my Godzillas and my Star Warses. I do my Star Treks, you know. I do my Marvel movies. I know the gang signs, you know. That's my shit. I'm a nerd. Deal with it. However, I was not prepared for tomfoolery. Shenanigans and tomfoolery. Hijinks, I say. Hijinks. All of that was afoot as we dive into a man who's a general, who's recently been promoted to 4 stars. That's where the show is opening up, and he's going into a meeting to become a 4-star general. You're not supposed to be in this meeting. I'm a 4-star. I no longer have to listen to you, he tells the head of the Air Force general guy, you know. A lot of conversation, a lot of talk. They go and find out that Air Force wants to be the head of the new Space Force, because the Space Force is the new branch of the government, military. Okay? So give it to the Air Force, man, but no, we're going to give it to our new general. Our new 4-star general is the head of Space Force. So Steve Carell opens the show with a promotion to a 4-star general and head of America's Space Force. He and his daughter and Lisa Kudrow, his wife, shoot on off to wherever they moved off to, in Colorado maybe, to the secret, beautiful Space Force military base. And they got a real nice base. You know, no bullshit with the show, you know, coming to where the base is. They got all the shit really nice. So it's not a cheap affair. It's not a bull. They wasn't shitting him. You know, they're giving him a Space Force. So, you know, fast forward. He's 4-star general, trying to get the Space Force working. He's stressed the fuck out. Got a bad receptionist. Whoever this gentleman is, who is his outside receptionist for this 4-star general, lets everyone in his office. And every time Steve Carell opens the door, there's a motherfucker in his office. That's a running gag. John Malkovich is the head scientist of Space Force. Wonderful interactions between these two gentlemen. Call off the launch. The launch has to be scrubbed. Why? Because there's 44% humidity in the air, and I need 50.3. You know, literally, he wants to scrub the launch because of the humidity in the air. So there's more BS that ensues. We find out that his daughter is dating this very disgustingly irritating Russian member of his Space Force, who's 10 years older than her. You know, and that wouldn't fly in my house. And if you think it would, if I find out about it, I'm not gonna check my wife, my daughter. I'm gonna go check that nigga. Cause you're a little too old to be with my soul. Now when she's grown, she can date who she want. But when she's living in my house, you're too damn old. So, you know, therein ensues when he finds out she wants to go on a date. He's like, I gotta go talk to your mother about it. And they never address why Lisa Kudrow is in jail. When he goes to talk to his wife, she is in the fucking penitentiary. Ridiculous. Hilarious. She's in jail, and they never address it any more than she says out loud, I'm going to be here for a while, a long time. So, you know, but okay, so We never get to the bottom of that. Hopefully we will, because Lisa Kudrow is an old school favorite. So back on the base, you know what I'm saying? Steve Carell is having random people held until after the launch because they're making comments and commentaries, and he's a 4-star journal. He's like, hey, look, get that dude, hold him till after the launch. Get that dude, hold him till after the launch. Hilarious. He's just literally spiraling out of control. He needs a moment of peace. He gets to his office. What song did he sing in the office, baby? Way down in Coco, Aruba, Jamaica, ooh. He does a whole little first verse of Kokomo. Absolutely hilarious. Really great interactions. They're not gonna launch, they're gonna launch. They're not gonna launch, they're gonna launch. They have to launch, scrub the launch, whatever's going on with the launch, we're launching. So you have to watch the interaction between the characters. Right now, there's no real plot other than the weather's wrong. Are you gonna launch or not? Malkovich is saying scrub, telling everybody the launch is scrubbed. He's telling everybody the launch is not scrubbed. It's absolutely hilarious. All the way down to the point of arguing about a $10,000 button cover because one day he put his feet up on the counter and launched a missile. Ridiculous, right? I love it. Steve Carell, shout out to you, man. Every time I check you out in something, you really bring the heat comedically. John Malkovich, I was, I knew who you were. I saw you in some things. I did. But when you did Red 1 and 2, you won me over 100% totally. You're hilarious. I love it. I love it. So the show has a lot of great interactions, just foolishness. The general puts his daughter under the care of a very nice looking black girl. She's his driver, his pilot, now his babysitter. And she's not too pleased about it. But she's strong and independent, very intelligent, and she's trying to, kind of jazz up this little girl's life. Because this little girl is, I think your daughter's out of control, Steve. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to fuck her up once. But that's I digress. Don't listen to me. My daughters are only almost grown. One of them's out of high school, no babies, never been to the penitentiary. I don't know what I'm talking about. But he launches, which I kind of figured he should have. It's like his budget's on the line because they go to a budget meeting and he's kind of begging for more money, and John Malkovich is not helping. He's like, when we get to the meeting, when I want you to jump in, I'll tap my pencil twice on the desk and then you start talking. And he tapped his pencil several times and no one, he was just drowning and floundering. And finally, John Malkovich jumps in at the end after watching his homeboy sweat. Because truth be told, John Malkovich don't want Space Force to close because he got just as much invested as the general does. So remember that, Steve Carell. Your scientists don't want to scrap his own money, his own reputation. You don't want to fuck up yourself, right? So don't be so hard up. So look, it gets launched. Space Force is out there, and the satellites, everybody's like, yeah, oh my God, yeah. And then, he just wants to see it. So he's sitting at the house with John Malkovich, and they're talking about, we did it. And he said it should be passing overhead soon. So he jumps up and looks in a nice high-powered telescope and observes a larger Space Force vehicle owned by the Chinese come by and clip the solar sails off of his damn Space Force vehicle and then fly off. Absolutely ridiculous. So now, what are we gonna do? They're having a meeting. There's panic, of course. The scientists want to do some type of solar sail thing and float the thing together and bring and weld and whatever. Sounds like a great idea, right? It is, except Steve Carell is a clown, and of course, there is a monkey and a dog on the motherfucking ship. Well, on a vehicle near the ship. So his idea is he's gonna have the monkey. They got like 6 hours or so, 11 hours maybe they had when he started, and he's gonna have the monkey through sign language get a drill, spacewalk to the Space Force craft, drill the sails and put them back into place. That's what he's gonna do. Why he wouldn't wait for the solar sails, I don't know. So they spend several hours just trying to get the monkey to pick up the drill. So after they get the monkey to pick up the drill, there's a ridiculous speech about bananas and being part of Space Force and the poor monkey's hurtling through space. But what do you know? He grabs hold of everything. He gets hold of the 2 solar sails. He makes it over to the craft. He gets hold of the craft. He gets the pieces in the right place. He even gets the drill in place. He starts drilling and then he's spinning in circles, let go, let go. Now he's hurtling towards the sun. Poor monkey's hurtling towards the sun. There's another ridiculous speech. Now he wants to do John Malkovich's idea, and John Malkovich is like, it won't work now because we were supposed to do stuff this way, that way, and that way, but now that your monkey has thrown everything that way, nothing's going to work. So, he's like, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? The monkey's flying towards the sun, and then all of a sudden, what's up there with them? That dumbass Chinese Space Force, and the monkey goes right inside. So now the monkey is in the hands of the Chinese. And by the way, the monkey ate the dog. So much foolishness. I don't know what to say. I guess I have to watch it every day. Check out Space Force on Netflix. I'm going to check out a new episode. I will be watching. I will be hollering. There will be reviews. There will be comments. I do have an Instagram page. Check me out on my Instagram page. Wifey made me watch it. Leave comments on the page. I'll answer back. Speaking of which, I want to say commentary. There's a lot going on in the world. Insurance can pay for everything they break, but can't actually pay if it's a life they take. Please be careful. Be safe. Turn on your TV. Turn on YouTube. Look at my show. Watch other shows. Do you know that down here on your YouTube page, here, right there, some things down there. One is a little box that looks like a text message. That's for comments, if it's something you want to tell. The other's the pretty little heart. You flick that joint, thumbs up style, if your boy did well. But the banner, the red thing there, that's hella important. So if it's not too much trouble, rock the bell. This your man, J-Dub. More to come. If you're wondering why I have so much to say about so many different shows, nigga, wifey made me watch it.